All right, welcome back to 2K15 Universe. I'm Chich and you're watching NXT. Funk is on a roll again, everybody.
The following Divas contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Planet Funk, Naomi.
Well, this is really interesting. I don't think I'd mentioned this before, but tonight is the debut of Naomi, and obviously Xavier Woods is currently using this theme, so I don't know how to explain that one. But for Naomi here tonight, you might recognize her as one of the two Funkadactyls that used to accompany former NXT wrestler Brodus Clay. They've actually been in training, Naomi and her partner Cameron. And here tonight, Naomi makes her one-on-one debut against the also debuting Emma. So this should be a pretty good matchup, honestly. I mean, I'm interested in finding out, what either of these two really have to offer. But the NXT Women's Champion, Summer Rae, I imagine we'll be watching carefully because she's due to defend that championship soonish. And obviously, right now, we're not even close to a contender. We still need to find out who a lot of these are.
And approaching the ring from Melbourne, Australia, Emma.
Well, I'm glad we got Bubbles. That's a relief. We got the Bubbles. Remember when Emma was extremely over and a really talented wrestler, and then they put on Raw and they paired her with one of the worst comedy acts of all time, and then they completely ruined her momentum by not having her wrestle at all? And admittedly, this gimmick does not... This is an NXT gimmick, right? You put this gimmick on the main roster, it just doesn't work. But on NXT, it works just fine. Hard to explain, but that's just the way it is sometimes. But yeah, remember that? Remember when they did that? That was so great. To be fair, they gave Emma a better gimmick eventually, like a more main roster fitted one, but then they also did have her wrestle. Remember when they re-signed Emma and they had her compete in like 2 matches and then they released her? Remember that? That was... Wow. Fresh off the back of her being like really successful in TNA. So cool. So cool. I hope that doesn't happen to Naomi as well. I just realized how symbolic this match is. I think the problem is, when I talk about modern WWE, is they have too many talented women and not enough championships for them to go for, because they won't commit to tag teams. They just straight up will not commit to tag teams at all. And they only have 2 world championships. As I said before, sometimes certain people can be really talented, but they just shouldn't be world champions. I will say a world in which Liv Morgan has held a world title, but Shayna Baszler hasn't, is fucked up. But that's the world we live in. And well, there's nothing you can do about it. A world where Nia Jax is winning it all. It's fucked. Jawbreaker there on Naomi. Anyway, let's focus on this, shall we? Let's talk about this. Sorry about that. I was just, I might be recording this at the time in which one of the least interesting sounding PLEs in a long time is on, which is the King and Queen show. I'm sure Gunther versus Orton was great, or is great, or whatever. But I'm sure Cody versus Logan is honestly really good, to be fair. That Queen of the Ring title final, you couldn't pay me to watch that. Drop kick from Naomi to Emma. I'm sure Lyra is fine, but that is not going to be the first match of hers I ever watched. No fucking way. Absolutely not. Well, the NXT Women's Division is something that I think could really use more active competition. Unfortunately, it still doesn't really have. I think we've got like 9 women this season, but... Well, it's a step up. Drop kick to the back of Naomi once again. Nice kick by Emma.
Sandwich, the dilemma, and then Emma. She's got her name tattooed almost every move she does, Kenny.
Shut up.
For taking over there.
Over attempted by Naomi. Oh, I was about to say, what is this? 2013 Divas match? No, this is NXT. This is where they get time. I'm looking forward to our tag team matchup next a lot, honestly. I feel like the Real Americans are going to be right at home here on NXT, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they compete. I believe this is the dilemma, is it not? Submission hold here. I don't think she can tap out because considering A, she doesn't have the ability to, and B, she's in the ropes. And a cover attempt off of that. Is it going to be enough? Yes! Well, there you go. Emma picking up. Oh my god, what is up with her face? Okay, now it's fine. It's just the angle.
Here is your winner, Emma.
Oh, Emma with a really strong debut here tonight in NXT. Maybe she'll be the first in line in the new season for Summer Rae's NXT Women's Championship. There's still time to find out who will be next. But I gotta give props to Emma here tonight. Great debut matchup victory over Naomi. And up next, we'll see how the Real Americans fare here in NXT. But more importantly, we'll get ready to welcome back Tyson Kidd. Okay, my A button wasn't working. Oh, he's back, everybody. There he is.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 205 pounds, Tyson Kidd.
Look, say what you will, right? CFO, they definitely made some pretty shitty themes, but I believe this was the first one they ever did, actually, and this is a good one. I like this one. So good to see Tyson Kidd back here tonight on NXT, and I mean, I did set her as a manager, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it even though I don't see her. His wife, Natalia, very happy to be here at ringside tonight for Tyson Kidd's return match. We have not seen this guy since, I believe, Season 2. I don't think he was in Season 3. It's been quite some time since Tyson Kidd's here, former Cruiserweight champ, and of course, his tag partner tonight also has that accolade, and many more.
From Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 213 pounds, Justin Gabriel.
What's crazy for Justin Gabriel is if he wins this NXT Tag Team title match, I mean this qualifier tonight, and then the tag title match against the Ascension next week, Gabriel will be the first 3-time NXT Tag Team champion, and he'll have held the championship with a different person each time. This guy's a former champ, inaugural NXT Tag Team champion with David Otunga, then he went on to hold it with Wade Barrett. And now here tonight, he teams with Tyson Kidd. And I hear Justin Gabriel is extremely excited to be teaming up with Tyson Kidd. These two, they've shared some history in the past. I don't think they've teamed before, but they've got some tough opposition tonight.
Accompanied by Zeb Coulter, the All-American Jack Swagger, and Cesaro.
Here comes Jack Swagger.
And this is the team known as the Real Americans. They've had a pretty good run over on Monday Night Raw. Well, I say pretty good, but actually it definitely was not pretty good. But, you know, you're looking at a former Royal Rumble winner, the first ever Money in the Bank winner, Jack Swagger, 2-time Worldwide Champion, I believe, as well, Jack Swagger. Cesaro, a former ECW television champion. This is quite a somewhat decorated team, but I feel like they never really got a fair shot over on Raw. I just felt like they didn't really fit in. This could be the change that this team needs to turn their career around. And of course, I hear their new manager, Zeb Coulter, is exactly what these two feel that they have been lacking. So we'll see if that pays any kind of noteworthy difference to the success of the Real Americans. But it is very exciting to see Tyson Kidd back in action. NXT Tyson Kidd is a whole different breed. If you didn't see early era NXT when they put Tyson Kidd down there, his feud with Neville, there was a fatal 4-way match that I remember really well. The only thing I can't remember is who the 4th guy in the match was. It was Neville, Kidd, Tyler Breeze, and oh god, who would it have been? It would have been Sammy, would it? It might have been Sammy. Sammy doesn't feel right, because Sammy was my first guess. Let me look this up. NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, it's called. Was it Sammy? It was Sammy. That match is insane. Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd, Sami Zayn. Absolute banger of a match. Crazy. You also got the Ascension and the Lucha Dragons and Charlotte and Bayley. What a great show. I missed that era, man. That was so good. I mean, I guess you also had a hair versus hair, Enzo Amore versus Sylvester Lefort. That was not so very great, but you know, the gimmick worked back then. But man, NXT Neville, NXT Tyson Kidd. I'm really disappointed Gabriel didn't get a run in NXT. I think he was down there for like a really short while before they released him, but I don't think they used him very much. He'd have been good. NXT Cesaro is the only version of Cesaro I've ever really enjoyed. He was crazy down there.
Looks like somebody wants back in this match.
Tag made Tyson Kidd in the ring to face off against Jack Swagger. When was Tyson Kidd's last match in this series? Let me have a look here. I feel like it's been a very long time. Tyson Kidd. Let's have a look here. Tyson Kidd last competed. Yeah, he wasn't in season 3 or 4. I didn't think he was in 3. He lost to He lost to Rey Mysterio on the April 8th edition of SmackDown. Which I believe was him losing the Cruiserweight Championship, right? The Light Heavyweight Championship, right. And he lost it to Rey Mysterio and took a hiatus from wrestling after losing it. But Tyson Kidd is a former World Tag Team and WWE Tag Team Champion. He has held the World Tag Team titles with David Hart Smith, whilst he's held the WWE Tag Team Championship with Christian. Kidd and Christian lost the championships actually to Justin Gabriel and his tag partner at the time, Heath Slater. Slater, as I mentioned before, a very decorated tag team wrestler, former WWE Tag Team Champion with Heath Slater, as well as a 2-time NXT Tag Team Champion, having held it with David Otunga and Wade Barrett. Tyson Kidd is a 2-time light heavyweight / cruiserweight champion and is one of actually the first ever World Tag Team Champions. Whilst Justin Gabriel is a singles competitor, is a 2-time light heavyweight champion as well as Tyson Kidd, but he is also a former United States and Intercontinental Champion and is one half of the first NXT Tag Team Champions. So you've got an inaugural World Tag Team Champ teaming up with an inaugural NXT Tag Team Champ. I would say Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd is a team that could absolutely go far. However, we'll see if Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro's more ground-based mat-style wrestling pays off tonight against these two. Good that they have Natalya in their corner to help counteract the odds of Zeb Coulter getting involved. I don't imagine Natalya... Well, actually, never mind. I was going to say, I don't imagine Natalya would lay a finger on Zeb Coulter, but actually, I think she absolutely would. I think Zeb Coulter would be afraid to lay a finger on Natalya. Kick to the back of Jack Swagger as Tyson Kidd seems like he hasn't missed a beat during his 2 years away. You know, it's interesting enough, his final match was losing the Light Heavyweight Championship to Rey Mysterio, who is competing for the NXT Championship up next. Cover attempt here, and Zeb Coulter getting up on their apron. And I guess this was to be expected. This is exactly what the real Americans would think when they brought him in, but this is actually costing them now. Jack Swagger with a roll-up attempt, but Kidd did kick out of that very fast, so maybe it didn't matter too much. I know Swagger has definitely fallen on some hard times since his World Heavyweight Championship run, but you never know. It can always turn around in the blink of an eye. And I said before, I stand by it, I think NXT could be a breath of fresh air for these two that they both greatly need. I will say this, though. I will say... What are you doing, kid? I will say the Ascension are definitely going to be a very difficult tag team to beat next week on NXT. The tag titles will main event. It will be the Ascension against the winners of this match to determine the new NXT Tag Team Champions. And I believe this isn't the full tag division here on NXT, by the way. I've been told there are other tag teams. I think he's trying to do the OMG dive, but it's like screwing up for some reason. That's a shame. DDT to Antonio Cesaro. Sorry, Cesaro. He's not Antonio anymore. I keep forgetting. He is just Cesaro now. The Antonio wasn't making him sound American enough, I guess. Whereas the name Cesaro does. Kick to the leg. Down goes Cesaro. Ooh. Is it just me, or does Cesaro look a little bigger than the last time we saw him? Of course, Cesaro and Jack Swagger both... Ooh! Last time we saw either of them on Raw, they were at the mercy of Randy Orton, who was beating the hell out of them. Some people could say that they got beat back down to NXT, but I'll tell you what, I think this could be just the change-up they needed. I've said that about 5 times. Tag made to Justin Gabriel. Quick to get into the ring. I hope Gabriel actually does the 450 in this and not the finish he did before. Because I hated that thing. I hated that standing finisher so much. Zeb once again getting involved here. This guy going to do whatever it takes to help his guys win, I suppose. Antonio putting Gabriel in the center of the ring, but a good reversal. There's a good reversal. That's it. Just Gabriel had up his sleeve. Okay. What did they do to Natalya, by the way? She does not look great in this game, which is a real shame. They're always disrespecting Natalya. I said that last season like 3 times towards the end. Oh, okay, that was a interesting collision. Float over DDT. My whole computer just froze up for a second there because it decided to change my background. Yes, now is a good time for that. I don't know why it just did actually. 458? That's not an hourly increment. Why did it do that? Tag made, in comes Jack Swagger and a right hand across the face of Tyson Kidd. Oh, gets Justin Gabriel as well. Swagger rolling. Looking for a... Okay, Kidd, reversal. Shame for Swagger. That would have been a good opening to put this one away. Up to his feet and Tyson Kidd. Oh, once again. And once again, Zeb Coulter getting involved. How long is this going to go on for, ref? Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Natalya hasn't gotten involved once. I think he might have just been ejected from ringside. Yes, Zeb Coulter is out of here. All right. And Tyson Kidd making a tag to Justin Gabriel. Just in the nick of time as Zeb Coulter has been kicked. Justin Gabriel is rolling. Zeb Coulter heading up the apron. He covers him. Cesaro nowhere to be seen. Gabriel. Oh, man, that was close. Into the corner, the Real Americans. Big boot attempt. Takedown. Gabriel, single leg Boston Crab. Yeah, I don't know why I stuttered there. I couldn't quite tell if that's what that was for some reason. Cesaro circling Gabriel. And Swagger rolls out of the way. German suplex brings down Jack Swagger. Oh, Jack Swagger brings down Justin Gabriel, sorry. I do wonder if Natalya is willing to get as involved in this match as Zeb Coulter was. I mean, you know the saying, all's fair in love and war. Well, I mean, hey. That has nothing to do with that saying, but it would definitely be fair after what Zeb Coulter was just doing. Oh, clothesline. Brings down Justin Gabriel as he gets back up to his feet. Right hand across the back. Knee to the head of Cesaro. Justin Gabriel sending Cesaro into the corner of Gabriel and Kidd, and Cesaro continues to fight back. It's highly competitive tag team matches, I think, are going to be a staple of NXT for time to come. I'm surprised how much Adam Rose and Xavier Woods managed to do. Oh, he is still going to use this move. He never did that. Like, pretty much never. It was always the 450. Gabriel took a lot out of him to do that. He seems stunned. He seems like he's unable to catch his breath. Cesaro seems like he got the better of that one. I think Gabriel might be stuck. Okay, there you go. Drives him over the knee. And now Cesaro deadlifting Justin Gabriel for a throwaway suplex. That is some crazy strength. Cover attempt here on Gabriel. Tyson Kidd, very fresh, still able to get in the ring and break that one up. I'll tell you what, Gabriel desperately needs to get that tag out, though. He is not looking good right now. Cesaro. Oh, reversed. Okay. A reversal once again. Cesaro now coming off the corner. Can we see an uppercut? Yes. Oh, my God. That was brutal. Oh, my God. Look at that blood running down the face of Justin Gabriel. That came out fast. Oh, my God. This might not be able to go much longer at this point. Cesaro with a kick out. That is just pouring down the face of Justin Gabriel. Stop. I'm taking it. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm taking this out of his moveset. I hate this move. Actually hate this move. It sucks. It's not a good finisher. Cover attempt, and Gabriel gets the win. So Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd, no celebration. What the hell? Okay, sure. Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd are headed to the NXT Tag Team Championship match. It'll be Gabriel and Kidd against the Ascension next week on NXT. But up next, the NXT Tag Team Championship is on the line. Big E versus Rey Mysterio. And we have been told that there has been a special eye on whoever doesn't walk out with the NXT Championship match here tonight with the championship, because we could very well be headed off of NXT anyway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Championship. Making his way to the ring from California, weighing 285 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Big E.
Well, this man has been closing in on 200 days as the NXT champion. By the way, that belt looks way better in this game. It was like yellow in 14. He has been closing in on 200 days as NXT champion, the longest reigning champ. I mean, there's only been 2, but this guy has been phenomenal. And if this is the end of his run here on NXT here tonight, so be it. Same goes for Rey Mysterio. He's been incredible. These two have seen eye to eye on a lot. They've been a real great compatible pairing. But regardless of who comes out the winner here tonight, I feel like there is respect, there is admiration on both parts. And I feel like this is going to be a great match in which we say goodbye to one great superstar. Similar to when Big E beat Andre, and that was the end of Andre here on NXT. It'll be the same here tonight. The loser of this match won't be much of a loser because they'll be headed to SmackDown or Raw.
And from San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Well, Rey has been incredible here on NXT. I've said this time and time again. This has really been such a breath of fresh air for Rey Mysterio's career. It felt like it was slowing down a little bit, like things just weren't quite working out too well for Rey. He came here to NXT and he turned it all around. This guy has been doing wonders during his time here on NXT, and I'm so happy for him to be doing as good as he is. Rey Mysterio could be the next NXT champion after tonight. Last week we saw him defeat Corey Graves, and it was Big E that issued the challenge, came up with his championship, stared Rey Mysterio down, said, "I'm ready for you one more time." We've been told it really will be one more time. Loser of this match is out of NXT, but the future is very bright for them, because for Rey, it's a return to Raw or SmackDown. For Big E, it's that long-awaited time to finally shift gears and move on from NXT. Question is, will this be an end of an era for Big E here tonight, or will this be, you know, the exit that Rey Mysterio, I'd imagine, has been anticipating at some point? I truthfully thought these two would be front runners for the draft. I've been told that basically they came to an agreement with NXT management where they were hard pressed, whoever decided to take one of these two. They were hard pressed on who they were going to take, so they just said, yeah, we'll have one more matchup against them, and you can take whoever is not my NXT champion coming out of this one. So there you go. It's a win-win. You're walking out the NXT champion, but you're also potentially, the loser is also walking out of NXT.
Big E has got him.
I don't know if Big E is ready to be beaten yet. By the way, next week on NXT, as I mentioned before, the NXT Tag Team Championships will be on the line. Ascension up against International Airstrike, as they're calling themselves, a tag team of Gabriel and Kid. We've also got a Fatal 4-Way matchup next week to determine who will be next in line for Summer Rae's NXT Women's Championship. This will feature 3 veteran competitors here on NXT, being Natalya, AJ Lee, and Nikki Bella, as well as Emma, who just picked up a victory earlier tonight, finding her way into that 4-way. And I hope you're ready to be inspired, because next week we're going to be taught what it means to believe. Bo Dallas, set to make his NXT debut next week as he faces off against Sami Zayn. Zayn came up short against Adrian Neville last week. He's got something to prove. We'll see if he can beat the debuting Bo Dallas next week. Roll through here by Rey Mysterio into the cover attempt. Big E's shoulders are down, but only a 2. Big takedown there by Rey Mysterio. Covers the leg of Big E, but a kick out. Remember, no Langston anymore. Uh-oh, wait a minute, what? No way. This is too soon. Rey Mysterio crossbody. You gotta be kidding me. No way. I think my heart just stopped for a second. I really thought Big E was finished. And oh, hold on a minute. Oh, no, I thought that was gonna be a big ending. Oh my God. A big ending might have been preferable to the strength behind that. Oh my God, Mysterio is so motivated here on NXT. I can't stress that enough. Sent out Spinebuster. Big E just right hands vicious across the face of Rey Mysterio. Rey and Big E so competitive right now. There's nothing but respect in that ring, believe it or not. It may be hard to believe sometimes the way these two will lay into each other in that ring, but they respect each other very much. Cover attempt. Oh, only a 2. Big E rolling out of the way and oh! A nice takedown. Really, I wonder if we'll see that big ending in this match. Right now, it feels like it's been very Rey Mysterio. Rey using his speed to his advantage big time against Big E. Standing moonsault. And now Rey gonna come off the ropes. Big E getting to his feet. Oh, that was a nasty collision there. Rey landing on Big E's back as he rolled out of the way. NXT champion, maybe going to turn things around for him. Goes into the cover after slamming his head against the mat, and Rey with a kick out. Right hand by Big E. I could honestly believe if Big E was to leave here tonight, this man is closing out the season with a world championship. At some point, I'd imagine in the next year, this man will have won a world championship already if he leaves NXT tonight. With a whole year behind him, there's no way he wouldn't. Jumping DDT there by Rey, connected very nicely on Big E, by the way. I didn't mention that, but I would. Big kick across the chest. Oh, don't let that be the finish. Cover attempt by Rey. And another kick out by Big E. That NXT Championship means so much to Big E. He's been holding that for a long time. And that is normally the setup to the big ending, but instead Big E, using his desperation, he goes in for a cover. I don't feel like he thinks he has Rey under control tonight. Rey has been on top form. Oh my God. Oh my God. Big E is set up. Rey off the ropes. 619. Cross body. Rey Mysterio is the NXT champion. Ah! That is insane. And respect shown by Rey Mysterio. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, Big E bitter in defeat here tonight. I guess the friendship comes to an end, but Big E, good news for you. You know, you're headed to SmackDown or Raw. Take this as good as you can, but unfortunately, not a very graceful exit for Big E. Well, congratulations, Rey Mysterio, the new NXT champion. Thank you all for watching tonight's episode of NXT, and I will see you on SmackDown.